Good evening, and welcome to our Boonesboro High School's Arts Recognition Evening for the class of 2020. My name is Allison Wadding, and it's my pleasure to welcome you in a new and adventurous way of celebrating the accomplishments of many of our students. Our first speaker will be Dr. Kahanick.
Good evening, everyone, and congratulations as we begin to celebrate the class of 2020 for all their contributions to the arts. This is a unique opportunity to be able to do this evening, and I'm very excited for us to be able to do this live on a digital platform. While it may not be the same as the auditorium, it will definitely hopefully give all of us all the opportunity to interact and share our thoughts and congratulations with each other. Speaking of congratulations, first I'd like to congratulate the students and thank them for all their contributions to the arts. Many of you have seen after hours, weekends, way beyond the school day, putting in numerous hours of dedication to this program. To the parents, I'd also like to thank you for supporting that. I know it is no easy task, having 4 children myself and one that went through the arts and has graduated. It was quite the daunting task to come up to the school all the time for all the endless hours. But it's definitely the partnership between you, the students, and the school that creates an amazing arts program, and the one that we're so privileged to honor and recognize this evening. I'd also like to say a personal thank you and a shout out to Mr. John Slick. He did an absolutely amazing job for what he was asked to do. Mr. Slick came out of nowhere and saved us when Mr. Sox got promoted. He came voluntarily and he sought me out because he was just so excited and impressed with the Boonesboro High School band program. And it meant so much to him that he wanted to make sure it stayed at the highest level. He's going to continue, on my understanding, he's continuing to stay involved. And we look forward to continued partnership with Mr. Slick. And I don't think words today can capture what he has done. I will state that we do Teacher of the Month, and his name was on it every month with numerous remarks from students, which to me gives you the ultimate and highest level of credibility. So Mr. Slick, thank you. To the other teachers in this panel too, I'd also like to thank them. We have an amazing arts department. I can't even begin to stress the number of levels of performances and recognition our students get. And they're here all hours with the teachers. And I often think the teachers sometimes even sleep here because I see them here late at night. I've actually told some of them to go home and they still stay. And then sometimes they still beat me that same evening in the morning coming back in. So to the teachers, thank you for giving the arts your dedication and validating the importance of them in this time and age. Last but not least, I do want to give a quick shout out to Mrs. Vasick, Mrs. Downing, and Mrs. Wadding. And I also give that with a little bit of heads up. So as we're going through this new platform today, and I stress the word new, it is new to all of us. So for the students who are about to speak, I want to thank you for the courage to come live and do something you've probably never done before. For us staff members, for many of us, this is new as well as regards to the platform and the opportunity. And for the people that are narrating behind the scenes, Mrs. Vasick, Mrs. Downing, they're actually controlling everything behind the scenes. It's new for them as well. So I just want to thank everyone for coming together for one common effort. And that common effort was today to celebrate our students and to honor them for the amazing things they've done. So for the class of 2020, enjoy, and here we go. Thank you.
Up next, we'll have the band awards as presented by Mr. Slick.
Hello, everybody, and thank you, Dr. Kahanick, for those really kind words. It's been truly a pleasure to be here over the last 6 months. I've so enjoyed getting to work with these seniors, and it's really great to be able to recognize some of them. The first award I want to recognize is the John Philip Sousa Band Award. That is a national award. It's awarded annually to senior student and band programs across the country. It's given to a student who is an outstanding musician, leader, and citizen, both in their school and in the community. And that name is actually entered into a national registry of winners that you can look up, and it'll be available forever for parents and family and college admissions departments. So this is the highest honor that can be given to a high school band student. And this year, the Sousa Award goes to Viviana Torres. Viviana is one of the best leaders I've ever worked with. And although I've only been technically teaching here for 6 months, I've been involved with the band program here for 10 years. And Viviana is one of the best leaders I've ever worked with. She leads with empathy and kindness. She motivates based on a shared trust and understanding of her peers. She pushes them to be their best, but what's amazing, she does it in a way that feels cooperative, and you can always tell she genuinely wants them to be better versions of themselves. And even as she pushes her students, the students always gather around her and really respect her, and it's really amazing to see. So congratulations, Viviana. This is a well-deserved award for you. The next award I'd like to give out is the Louis Armstrong Jazz Award. This is also a national award. It's given to one senior student in jazz programs across the country, and it's given to a student who is outstanding in the area of jazz. You can kind of think of it as it's like the Sousa Award, but it has it's just specific to jazz programs. And this year, the award goes to Colby Wimpigler. We've only had Colby for 2 years. He came to us last year, but in that time, he's really proven just what a fantastic musician he is. He's adaptable. He started on saxophone, and then he ended up marching trumpet with us last marching band season. He's played various saxophones in our jazz programs. He's cooperative. He's always willing to do what's best for the program. He's a hard worker, and he's going to make a great musician as he continues on in higher education as a professional musician, either as a teacher or performer. And I know I speak for all of us when I say we're really excited to see what comes next for him. And it's an honor to give this award to him. So Colby, congratulations. And I believe, Colby, if you wanted to say anything, now would be the time to do that.
Thank you, John. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me, and thank you for helping me get through these last 2 years and just helping me move forward in my musical journey and helping me realize that I really did want to become a music teacher at some point.
Absolutely, my pleasure. You're going to be great. The next award is the Semper Fi Award. That is also a national award presented by the Marine Corps Youth Foundation and the Marine Corps League. It's presented to a student who, yes, is a fantastic musician, but also exemplifies leadership, perseverance, and character. And this year's recipient is Chase McLean. Chase is receiving this award, yes, for musical excellence, but he's also someone who has taken all kinds of playing opportunities, both at Boonesboro High. He's been involved in our jazz program and concert band and orchestra and all manner of things, but he also takes opportunities in the community. He's been involved in various community bands and college programs. He's always playing, and it's always cool to hear what he's done over the last, he'll usually come in and say, I was at a rehearsal last night, and then the next night he's at a rehearsal that night too. So it's always cool to hear what he's done. He's grown into a great player over the course of his 4 years, but also a capable leader, and he's got high expectations. And he's somebody that I can always count on to be prepared, both himself and to be prepared to help others. He's really kind of a rock sometimes for this program, and it's a great honor to give him this award. And Chase, if there's anything you want to say, you're welcome to do so.
Well, I really appreciate it, John. I know it's been a lot of work with all those different ensembles that I've been in this year, and unfortunately not all of them came to fruition with the current circumstances, but it's been a great run while I've had it. So thank you.
Thank you. Our next award is our Outstanding Band Student, and that goes to a student who's a particularly gifted musician. This year it goes to Logan Glauser. Logan is always prepared, always pushing himself. He's worked diligently to make himself better, but also those around him better. He's been a section leader, and he's been somebody who I can always count on. He always leads by example. He's somebody who, if you're looking for somebody who's going to be doing the right thing at any given time, that's Logan. Logan's always going to be somebody who you can count on to be their very best at all times, and it's an honor to give him this award. So congratulations, Logan. And our final award is our Most Improved Student, and that goes to Andrew Scalise. Look, everybody improves over their 4 years in a band program. It's, one of the coolest things about doing this is you get to see these kids grow from children into young adults, and Andrew's certainly done that. But in addition to becoming a great player, he's also he's blossomed into just a fantastic leader who, he's such a calming presence a lot of times when sometimes, things get heated and we're working on various things. Andrew is always somebody who's, kind of a soothing and relaxing voice, even while having those high expectations. He's always worked to get better and taken multiple opportunities. I remember before he even came to us, he was taking lessons at the high school with some of our band staff and working hard to make himself his very best. So, Andrew, congratulations. I'm really proud of you, and I'm glad to give you this award. And Andrew, if you want to say anything, you're welcome to.
I just want to say thank you. Band definitely wasn't one of my things that I definitely necessarily wanted to do in high school. But as soon as I started, as soon as I came in freshman year, I started to love it. And I really didn't feel like I did mature a lot through the experiences I shared in there. So once again, thank you.
Thank you. And then last but not least, I just want to give a quick shout out to all of our 2020 Warrior Band seniors. This is, of course, for everybody been a crazy time. And as we've gone through both the director transition and then, of course, the issue with the pandemic, the way they've stepped up and been leaders and been positive forces in our program has really been inspiring. And I'm really just so impressed with them. So I just want to read their names out really quick. Ethan Beidel, Anthony Brunel, Carly Byram, Stephen Conaway, Logan Glauser, Alexis Hagan, Nicola Maynard, Chase McLean, Wyatt Robertson, Andrew Scalise, Viviana Torres, Ian Warwick, and Colby Windpigler. You are always welcome in our program. Please do not be strangers. It has been an honor to work with you, and I can't wait to see where you end up in the future. Congratulations, guys. I'm really, really proud of all of you.
All right, so when I started this year, and this is my first year at Boonesboro High School, not only was it my first year at Boonesboro High School, but it was my first year in a high school. And as I came in, I found that I had more questions than I had answers. And it was interesting because every single one of these seniors, every single one of them was able to step up to the plate in their own unique ways. And I'm happy to honor them tonight. Caitlin Gay is somebody from my advanced chorus who constantly was wanting to be involved, was constantly seeking improvement. She was somebody that would always ask those great questions in class about how to become a better singer. Even over this distance learning, she's someone who has been in constant communication. And so not only is she going to be receiving her pin, but she's also going to be receiving an award for outstanding dedication. Her positivity also is just something that absolutely exudes throughout the chorus. So Caitlin, thank you so much. I'm not sure if you're here or not, but right now, if you'd like to say anything, now's the time. I'm saying that she hasn't quite made it in yet. Thank you. So Caitlin Fitzwater, again, in the chorus that she's in, there were quite a lot of freshmen there, and I found myself looking to my upperclassmen for leadership there. And right off the bat, Caitlin came in, and she was always somebody that I could come and ask questions to and bounce ideas off of. And she always had fantastic ideas herself, and I said, well, why don't you consider trying this? Or have you thought about this? So in addition to her pin, she is also going to be receiving the Advisor Award from me. And I'm not sure if Caitlin is on, but again, if you are, this would be the time. So if we can move on. Heaven. So it would be interesting. The chorus that she's in met quite early in the morning, which is not always the best time to be singing. It takes a little bit of time to get your voice warmed up. And sometimes you meet in the morning and you're trying to get yourself going, and you always need that one person to bring positivity to the class. And whether it was just her smile, whether it was just some of the hilarious things she would say, if the mood in the class happened to be down that day, Heaven was somebody who could immediately bring it up. There was always humor, always grace, always a wonderful smile coming from her. So Heaven not only is receiving her pin for her years of dedication to the chorus, but she's also receiving the Positivity Award, which is something very, very important whenever you are dealing with singers very early in the morning. So if we can move on to last but not least, Brady. Every single time this young man entered the classroom, it was, hello, how's everybody doing? Again, just a fantastically positive person, but also within the male only section of the chorus, of the tenors and of the basses, he was always, always, always somebody who could be counted on to rally people together, to be the first one up to the piano, the first one going for sheet music, and honestly, just one of the most kind people that I know. One of those people that it's a blessing to know him. So Brady is receiving not only his pin, but his award for the motivator. So thank you, Brady. So if I could get the final slide. Again, those seniors, Caitlin, Heaven, and Brady. Let me tell you something. It is always difficult starting a new job. It is always difficult whenever you're going from teaching one level to another. Every single one of you has had a positive impact on me. And frankly, whenever we start thinking about sending our young people out into the world is going to be a better place because of all four of you. So thank you so much for everything you've done for me. Thank you for everything you've done for the chorus. And you are welcome back anytime. Just grab some music and come right in. Thank you all.
Good evening, everybody. I am currently sporting the 2015-16 Godspell shirt, and I'm wearing that this evening because I actually have 3 students who were part of that show in the middle school. So I actually have some 5-year seniors this evening, and I quite frankly would like to honor every single one of them because each has contributed greatly and very most importantly to the growth of our program. Without seniors, we're nothing. And without alumni, we're nothing. And so now these seniors become the alumni that leads our program into the future. So for you, I went old school this evening. So I have a series of awards. I've had to limit it, so I'll mention everybody at the end. But for now, let's get started with the award for excellence, academic excellence, and complete program dedication. And the Emmy goes to, it's an Oscar, not an Emmy. The Oscar goes to, and there are 2 winners, so hold tight, Hayden Summers. Hayden is somebody that when she first entered drama was the kid that I never thought would ever want to get to the stage. Somebody that was more than content to stay where they were and to sit behind the set and be quiet and stay out of trouble as much as possible. Hayden has grown into somebody that not only gets on stage now, but leads people, leads every young person we have, leads the older folks we have, and is quite frankly been probably the strongest overall dedicated person to the program, with the exception of her co-winner, who will join her in a minute. So Mrs. Wadding, if you just go ahead and thumb through that, and we can cut to Hayden.
Hey, I would like to thank Mr. Bear, honestly. He's motivated me to better myself in every way. And same with my friend Caitlin Steidiner. She's the one who pushed me to actually get on the stage because I was more than content staying behind it. A lot of people have motivated me to push myself in this program, and anyone who joins it honestly will become a better person because of it.
Thank you, Hayden. I'm sporting the Midsummer Night's Dream shirt now because this was their actual first show. And somebody who played a role in this show that I never thought would play a role and yet has gone on to become a great person in the program is Bethany Von Philp. Bethany is our mama. She's our drama mama. She takes care of everybody. She's never the first person to leave. She's always the person to make sure everything is done. She comes in on Saturdays. She'd come in on Sunday if she has to. Of course, her dad's there, but she'd come in any day she has to help. Bethany has been, since the day I met Bethany, which was, gosh, about a week after she was born, Bethany has been dedicated to Boonesboro High School drama. And Bethany, I would love for you to say something at this time, if you would. I know Bethany's there, so we'll try to get her back in just a minute if we would. There she is.
Hello. I'm very grateful to receiving this award tonight. I've spent many years as a drama student, and I've spent many more years as an audience member just during my childhood. This program means so much to me, and I'm a better person because of it. Although I won't be pursuing a career in theater, I know I'm better prepared for my future because of the opportunities and the skills this class has provided me with. I do have a few people I want to thank. I want to thank Mr. Bear for all the effort you've put into this program and just always encouraging me and pushing me beyond my comfort zone. Thank you to my parents who took me to so many productions as a kid and continued to sit in the audience during my own productions, whether I was on stage or just working stage crew. Thank you to all the drama alumni who have welcomed me into this program, into their program, and just welcomed me under their wing. They really made drama feel like a family and supported me to this day. Lastly, I need to thank my fellow drama seniors, especially those who are in Drama 1 with me, because without fail, they've stood by me, and I'm just so proud to have watched them grow in this program and grow personally. And as I leave this program, I just want to encourage everyone to cherish the moments they have, no matter how insignificant they may seem, and to never limit yourself when presented with different opportunities. So thank you very much.
Well said, Bethany. Now, the award for dramatic excellence and dramatic inspiration is a shared award between a two-headed monster. I was kind in the slideshow to call them the dynamic duo, which if she hits the space bar, you'll see that. It's more like Tweedle. Well, I won't do that. Anyway, the award for dramatic excellence and dramatic inspiration goes to our two-headed monster of Colin Bear and Dylan Morgan. Colin is the last of my sons to be part of this program. He has been part of this program since he was born. He has had to watch older brothers do things, harass him. He can't do anything on stage without those two getting on him and reminding him that they were there before him and better before him. If you know Colin, Colin just keeps his mouth shut, keeps his face straight, and outshines both of them. I do think one of my sons is better than the rest, but I'm not going to tell you which one that is. I'll let them fight it out the rest of their lives. As for Dylan, Dylan has been part of our family for a long time. Dylan's sister was a major part of this program, and Dylan's parents, I had both of them in school, believe it or not. Dylan has played a large role in the past 2 years of leading our younger students into being better drama students. He has literally taken independent studies to work with our Drama 1 and Drama 2 students. And the only thing I'm going to say for the record is I still think your sister's a better dancer. I think Colin is here, but I believe Dylan is stuck in traffic, so we can cut to Colin.
I'm not.
Well, Colin's upstairs, so I'm not sure what's going on. We'll see if we can get Colin back in just a minute.
There we are.
He's coming. He's on his way. I was wearing the yellow arsenic and old lace shirt. I'm now on to the red shirt from last year. So I'm running through all of them here. He's here.
I don't know if you caught that first part.
That's Colin. There he is. You're on, Colin.
All right, but I said I'm not one for words, but I will say drama has been probably the only thing that kept me motivated to do anything in school. And with Dylan, he's my partner in crime and drama, and he helped me do my best. Even in our last play, we just had the energy to do it all. And I would say for my family, they are really the main reason I was motivated to do drama. And I know that for any drama ones that are watching this or listening to this, hope there are, that I know that they can be as great as a dynamic duo that is me and Dylan.
Thank you, Colin. Okay, and the final drama award this evening, and just as a side note, at the awards assembly next week, we actually offer a scholarship as well. We're not going to reveal that this evening since that recipient will be invited to that event and would obviously know. So there is a scholarship as well as part of drama, but not this evening. Our final award this evening is the award for dramatic achievement and our best vocal and musical talents. Now, Dylan's going to hate that I said that, but since the day Kaylin Steidinger walked through the door, we have found a way, somehow, some way, to get Kaylin to sing in the shows. And so Kaylin has always been the person with the voice I could trust, the person who had the most gifted natural musical ability. And she was part of that middle school group as well in Godspell. Kaylin has been also independent study with these younger drama kids and dedicating her time to them as well. And she is also one of our 5 drama 5s. So Kaylin, you're on. She's not here. Oh, wow. She said she would be. And the final shot I guess we have to show if Kaylin's not here is we finally realized that 2 of our graduating seniors are actually the oldest living members active of drama. And that is Colin Bear, who is that lovely little boy on the top of the screen, and Bethany Von Philp, that beautiful little girl at the bottom. For those of you who don't know, Bethany cried every time she saw me at this age, so it's nice that she can look me in the eye now. That concludes the drama awards. I'm going to switch over to the digital photography very quickly. So our digital photography awards, we only have one, so it'll be pretty quick. The award for photographic excellence and commitment to excellence is going to somebody who has done the impossible, and that as she has independent studied and found a way in her very busy schedule to manage to take 4 periods of digital photography when only 2 have been offered. So she's had a couple of independent studies and a couple of study halls that she's segued into a photographic career. And I'm gonna just tell you that she has been the backbone of helping me get this program running. And I'm really proud of her work, some of which you're about to see in just a few moments. So the award for the excellence and commitment to excellence goes to Rebecca Bauer. And these are some of her shots. Rebecca, you have something you'd like to say while we flip through these?
I do. Thank you so much for giving me this award. It really means a lot. Over the years, you've pushed me to be a better photographer, allowing me to grow, and now I'm going to pursue a degree in photography, which I'm very excited about. I've loved going to your class every day for the past 3 years, and I'm really going to miss it. So thank you so much for this award, Mr. Barrett. I'm going to miss you.
Thanks, Rebecca. And there's a couple more shots. So congratulations to all the 2020 graduates. I wish I could give a speech for all of you. Colin Bear, Vance Klinder, Dylan Morgan, Brian Mueller, Brandon Mueller, Kaylin Steidinger, Hayden Summers, Bethany Von Philp, Sierra Willard, and Elijah Winthang. And also congratulations to our 2020 graduates also in digital photography, Rebecca Bauer, Dylan Morgan again, and Carly Schofield, who just got better and better every single day she spent with us. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it.
Good evening, everyone. This is Luke Hartise. I just am finishing my third year at Boonesboro High School, and I've had a wonderful 3 years, partially due to the seniors who are receiving awards tonight. Go ahead. So, Carly Kidwell. Carly, you are being awarded the Bob Ross Naturalist Award. I don't know if you're receiving a pin or certificate or trophy. Just know, guys, these are all very serious awards tonight that I didn't make up in any way. Go ahead to the next slide, Allison. So this is one of Carly's many nature paintings. Her sketchbook would continually surprise you with a new bug, plant, or sky gradient painting. And Carly's persistent study of the medium of watercolor and natural subject matter was unparalleled. And this year, during the Washington County Museum of Fine Arts show, which was virtual for the first time ever, and it actually just went up this week, each school was awarded 2 ribbons, and Carly's piece here that's on your screens won a ribbon. So congratulations, Carly. You're an awesome studio artist to have in class. And if you have anything to say, you can go right ahead.
Thank you. I'm so grateful I was able to take art throughout high school. You made it really fun for me.
Cool. Thank you, Carly. Congrats. All right. Next up, we have the ever so quiet Megan Sobleski. And Megan, you are being awarded the Prismacolor Princess Illustration Award, which is a high award in my book because the medium of color pencil and specifically Prismacolors are one of my favorite mediums. And Megan's apparent ability to just block out everything in the world and classroom around her and just like solely be absorbed in her piece that she was working on was very envied by me and probably many monks and Buddhist meditation people. But she would spend hours quietly focused on her incredible illustrations. And if you could go to the next slide, Allison. This is a believe it or not, a colored pencil piece that Megan did. And this was the second piece that won a ribbon at the virtual museum show this year. Megan, I don't know if you're on or you want to say anything at the moment.
Thanks.
You're welcome, Megan. Thanks for being such a great artist. Next up, we have Dante Nova. And Dante, you are being awarded the Most Evolved Artist Award. Your first year with me, my first year at Boonesboro, you were a sophomore. And when I initially had you, you were such a rough artist in like the best way, because you were just producing so much stuff and it was all rough around the edges, but you didn't stop. And I couldn't have predicted the dedication and growth that you would show. And on your screen on the left is a piece that Dante did, I believe, his sophomore year of high school. And on the right is a piece that Dante completed just last month. So Dante just grew an incredible amount. And he was always asking for feedback, and he was always pursuing his own project ideas. And even though he wouldn't define himself as an artist, Dante, your continual pursuit and just astounding production rate proves that you are an artist. And I want to thank you for all your help around the classroom this year. Do you have anything to say, Dante?
I would like to say thank you a lot for this art award. And the past 3 years with you and our teachers probably made me a different person than if I hadn't taken the classes at all. And thank you again. Thank you so much for this award. It means a lot to me.
Awesome, Dante. You deserve it. Good luck with everything.
Thank you.
Next up, yep, we have Evan Paul, who is getting the award for humor in illustration. Evan was the only student who didn't send me a picture, so I had to be an Instagram creep. And Evan, I stole this picture from your Insta account. Skip ahead, Allison. So Evan could always make me and his classmates smile. He was one of the most pleasant, chill, and just even-keeled students I've ever had. Plus, he likes vinyl records, which is a plus in my book. Evan, you have that admirable ability to make others laugh simply by drawing, and you always made it look quick and easy. For example, the piece on the right here, that is a picture Evan drew of me after I mentioned how much I like cardboard because I want to make paper mache things from it. And Evan would just sit down, do a drawing in a couple minutes, and he was just extremely productive, really fast, clean lines, and it was just created a lot of smiles and laughter in the classroom. It was always a pleasure to look at your sketchbook, Evan. Are you on, and do you have anything to say?
Yeah, Mr. Hardice. I'd like to thank you for giving me this award, and I'd like to thank you for everything you taught me in the art room.
You're welcome, Evan. Thanks for joining. All right. Last up, I have Joshua Stabler. And Josh, you're winning the Digital Art Award. And Josh was equally as pleasant as Evan, and also into vinyl records. We have a similar interest there. And despite Josh's affinity for the analog sound, he excelled in his study of digital art over the last 3 years. Josh would always surprise me with new pieces that I had no idea he was working on. He would work quietly. I would look at his iPad and he would show me all these layers he had going on. And through his own exploration, Josh learned a lot of ins and outs of the sketchbook application, which is our main digital art creation app. And I have to say, Josh, you taught me a lot about the app. And I also want to thank both you and Megan for being part of my study group for my master's degree last year, which was partially a study in using digital art and our surrounding digital technology in the classroom. Josh, congratulations if you're on with us now. And Alice, you could skip ahead to Josh's artwork on the next slide.
I just wanted to say that I was going to thank you for turning art from something that I originally just took as an elective into something that I wanted to take every single year and enjoyed every year I took it.
Cool. Awesome, Josh. You're a lot of fun too. Thank you. All right, guys. Congrats, artists.
Now for our orchestra awards. My first recipient is Jack Jacobchek. He is receiving an Excellence in Leadership Award. When Jack came in as a freshman, he was unanimously voted on by his classmates to be our concertmaster. Now, that is not the only deciding factor by any stretch, but he was willing and more than capable of being the concertmaster. And that's a spot where he's stayed for the last 4 years. Jack is also a leader outside of the violin section. He's a Boy Scout. I believe he's an Eagle Scout or working toward that right now. He's been involved in our all-county orchestra and helped lead some of those sections and rehearsals. And he's a leader in a number of his classes, whether it's just by showing what a good student does or actually taking leadership role in various ways for projects and whatnot. So thank you, Jack, for all your years of leadership for orchestra and beyond. And I believe he is not here this evening, so we will move along to Michael Suter. Michael is receiving the Excellence Award for his playing. He is one of our viola players, and he has consistently played well all 4 of the years he's been in orchestra. This year, he even stepped up and was the viola section leader. He always brings a nice, well-blended, balanced sound to our ensemble, and he will be definitely missed when we don't have his skills sitting there next year. Unfortunately, he is also not with us this evening, so we will move on to Stephen Conaway. Stephen is receiving the Perseverance Award for his commitment to staying in orchestra. Now, normally when a student transfers to Tech High, they are not able to continue with orchestra anymore because the only way to do it is during their senior year to have 2 days and alternating Fridays during the week where they have to drive themselves back to Boonesboro from Tech High when they hit the lunchtime split over at Tech. And not only did Stephen choose to do that to come to orchestra, but he also did it in order to participate in wind ensemble with Mr. Slick as well. He made that commitment knowing full well that he was going to have to move himself from Tech to Boonesboro, somehow get lunch along the way, and manage to keep up with classes that met every day, but he was only there every other day and had to continue to meet all of the course load requirements for those classes in order to earn his credit. So thank you, Stephen, for doing a phenomenal job, not just in keeping up with orchestra, but for your commitment to our music programs as a whole. I would like to recognize all of our Orchestra 2020 graduates. So Jack Jacobchek, Michael Suter, Stephen Conaway, and Nick Collison. We also normally have some students that would participate with our extracurricular program. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. So a verbal shout out to Alex Gibson and Keegan Kidweiler, who are both graduating this year and have previously been involved in the orchestra program. At this point, we would like to thank you for joining us in our celebration of our class of 2020. This will be live stream, or was live streamed, and will be available for your viewing pleasure once it gets loaded onto YouTube. So thank you so much for joining us this evening.